Hey, what's going on, Postal Fam? So I just wanted to clarify because I made a video quite a while ago and I'm catching a little flack on it. So in the video, I was kind of bashing the older carriers for not using their voices in contract negotiations, right? And more or less, what I was getting at is the power that uh, carriers have when they vote, right? So I want to backtrack just a little bit, and I want to say thank you to senior carriers for laying down a foundation for us junior carriers, for all the service that you guys have given to the American public, and the customer service that you guys, give every single day. I'm out here with you guys every day. It was freaking pouring rain today. I'm out here in the snow and the rain. I get it. Maybe I have not been out here for 20 plus years, but I understand the trials and tribulations of what it is to be a carrier. I was not saying that you guys do not deserve the amount of money you get paid. You know, of course you do. What I was saying was that everyone deserves to be paid a decent amount. Okay, there's no reason that a CCA should be starting at the post office for $18 an hour. The amount of work that is pushed on a CCA, first of all, is way too much. When I was a CCA, I was working 60 hours a week, sometimes more, 12 hours a day. I had no rights. The union would say, "Oh, well, you're a CCA. Oh, well, you're a CCA. Well, you're a CCA. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to go to this office. You got to go to that office." So that post was out of a frustration, from my experience at the post office, from where I was to that point in my career. Okay. Today I am a regular carrier. I understand that as you become a regular, things become a little more lax. You get more, I wouldn't say freedoms, but you get more rights that are associated with you as a carrier. I love the city letter carrier. I love this job. I love anyone that is willing to sacrifice their life, literally their life. You're sacrificing time away from your family. In some cases, in some extreme cases, your kids are growing up without you because we're out here providing a family, paying for college educations, paying for first cars. We're doing what we have to do to maintain certain lifestyles, right? So, as a city letter carrier, as a postal employee, anyone that represents this little thing right here, I commend you. If it was not for you and the things you did, maybe I would not be here today in this career, right? So, essentially, right, the right to vote, that is our right. That's the only power we have against a shitty contract, against tyrannical management, against a union that is weakening and falling apart. Okay, we do not have to agree with what was bargained for us. Without open bargaining, we don't know what was bargained for us. Okay, that's the crux of the problem. Okay, so now if we're presented an offer, do we blindly accept it just because they dangled a carrot in front of our face? That's my argument. That's what I was getting at in the video that I post. Okay, do we go continue allowing this collective bargaining agreement that's been set forth since the Wildcat strike? Keyword, we got this bargaining after we strike. We were not supposed to strike, we're not allowed to strike, but we did anyway, and out of it came collective bargaining. Now, from what I understand, and I may be wrong, please correct me if I am, during the Vincent Sombrado days, there was actually a number that you can call in and get updates for what was happening daily with collective bargaining. So the big issue today is being in the dark, waiting patiently, and this is not against carriers, this is against the higher ups in our union and our national representation. Okay, so maybe I was coming off a little bit spicy, right? As carriers, we have that power to vote, right? So I guess, I got a little, uh, you know, personal with that. But essentially, I'm not for this whole hide in the closet while I speak and negotiate for you on your behalf, but you know nothing about it. Okay, I definitely support this whole new build of fighting NLAC if it gets there and that becomes something that's gonna hit my local branch. I'm definitely for being in the loop, especially when these contracts are, 2, 3, 4 years. In a career, maybe I'm gonna have 12 contracts. Okay, 12, 13 contracts in a full career at the postal service. And I don't know about anyone else, but I would definitely love to be a part of that. I would love to see what's going into it. I would love to see what's happening behind the scenes. I would like to see what's being bargained for carriers. I would like to see if we're not only fighting for wages, but maybe we're fighting for better health benefits. Maybe we're fighting for less out of pocket deductions. I mean, when you bust your butt every week, I understand the benefits are amazing, but when you bust your butt every week and you see deductions, that's quite unmotivating. Okay. I would love to see a better healthcare portion paid from the post office where we pay less. Why can't we get this is something I'm gonna shoot it out there, but why can't we get something back for our union dues? Why can't the union pick up some of that? I don't know. I'm just shooting out an idea. But when we look at the health benefits, when we look at the vision benefits, when we look at the pension that we have to pay for, when we look at the 401k, all of these deductions coming out of our check, yeah, I mean, it's quite a bit. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked there, right? But the big argument that I come on here today to speak about is the misconception that I was just attacking carriers. Like, no, I love carriers. I love carriers. But collectively, we don't have to accept something that's just dangled in front of us. If anyone knows the art of negotiation, usually when you're negotiated, the first deal is the worst deal. I mean, that's just my opinion. But if someone's willing to offer me something, I'm gonna say no because that's not your best deal. If I'm selling you something for $1,000 and you say I'll give you 800, I might meet you at 900, but 1,000 wasn't my best deal. If you would have took it, sure, I would have took $1,000. Why not? But that's what I was getting at. Young carriers, CCAs, senior carriers. At the end of the day, we're all carriers. We're all doing the same thing. We're all out there sweating. We're all out there walking in the snow and the rain. We're walking upstairs. I support every letter carrier in the nation. You know. But as for my rant, I know how it came off. I understand that, but I wanted to let you guys know that I'm all for the craft. I'm all for the postal employees, and anything I can do to be of service. I wish that someone would just ask for me to help out somewhere else because I'm ready. I'm ready to step up. I'm just waiting, just like everyone else. I'm just waiting. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, I get to see you guys soon. All right. I hope you enjoyed your day. Stay dry out there.